page of the Sun. Get off one's land is the words. Park closed off as Wills moves in. We've got a new house being put together for William and Kate, Prince and Princess of Wales, and they're going to protect it with a huge no-go area, banning locals from any land around the home. I think that's fair enough. I mean, he's going to be the heir to the throne now. He's going to be the next king. CCTV cameras, massive fencing, landscaping as well, keeping trespassers away from the 8-bed Forest Lodge in Windsor Green Park. Some dog walkers are moaning, saying the Home Office closing a car park is a kick in the teeth. Well, I'm sure they can find somewhere else to walk the dogs now. Michael Cole's here. Michael, very good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Mike, and good morning to all the black cab drivers and everyone else as well. I mean, you've summed that story up extraordinarily well, because security is the bane of our lives, isn't it? I mean, it's the thing that hobbles and harasses us all at all times. But it's necessary with so many people out there who are of ill will. One has to think of the family first of all, the Prince and Princess of Wales and their 3 young children, and they're moving from Adelaide Cottage, which is hard by Windsor Castle, to another part of the royal estate at Windsor in Windsor Great Park, Forest Lodge, 8 bedrooms, a much more grander affair, said by them to be their forever home. And what has happened is that an area, and it is a vast area, 150 acres, has been hived off, so to speak, with a new security fence around it, CCTV cameras being put in. And the local people are understanding that security is needed, but they're very disappointed and very upset because people who were living within half a mile of the Forest Lodge were able to pay £110 a year to get a key to the gate to use the area to walk their dogs or to exercise and to enjoy a little bit of the countryside in the Windsor area. So disappointing for them. There's understanding on the part of the public, but at the same time a feeling of frustration that they cannot no longer use the area that they've used for so many, many years.
Sure. But, I mean, you know, it's a big area, isn't it, Windsor Great Park? I mean, there's lots of other places you can go. And, I mean, normally speaking, I would be sticking up for the people here. But, as I say, I think overarching security purposes, I think trump that, to be fair. Because you have to protect them. It's as simple as that. You know, there are too many nutters around these days that you don't want anybody getting too close because it has happened in the past, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's more out than in, I'm afraid, and this constant security concern is always there. It is the house itself, Royal Lodge, quite a grand affair, quite large, imposing, part of the Windsor estate. It has been designated as a royal residence, and that's why it's changed. The people who lived there before didn't need special protection, and the arrangements which had worked so well for so long has gone on, and this has been imposed. A great shame in a way, because it does restrict people's lives, but they have understood it, and the British people are always long-suffering and understanding towards these considerations. Nobody wants anything bad to happen.
No, exactly right. And of course, not a million miles away, also on the Windsor estate, is our very good friend Prince Andrew and the former Mrs. Prince Andrew, the Duchess of York. They're being told, we don't want you at Christmas, thanks very much indeed, which is not surprising after the publicity for the last couple of years.
So you have a piano at home, but the only thing that you can play is this? Let me show you how Simply Piano can teach you how to play songs that you actually like. Okay, so first things first, the app is going to teach you how to read and play your first notes. Check it out. It listens to your piano and it tells you if you hit the notes or not. Like my iPad, it's not connected to the keyboard or anything. It just listens to you. It just works. It's crazy. And then once you have a handle on that, it'll...
Yeah, Mike, of course, Christmas, the season of goodwill, when families love to come together and demonstrate their love for each other. Or not, except in this case, the king has let it be known that he doesn't want to see his younger brother and his ex-wife at Sandringham House for the traditional Christmas. Obviously, he doesn't want those photographs, film of them going to the St Mary Magdalene Church at Christmas time, and that group photograph of all the royal family. They didn't go, the Yorks didn't go last year because he was involved with a Chinese spy called Yang Tengbo. I think that was what his name was. There we see on a very happy day, a wedding I covered, 1986.
Yeah.
They were married 10 years. They've been divorced for twice as long as that. That was 1986. And of course, it was a great wedding. They didn't need any encouragement to be kissed. At that time, they were only too eager to do it. And there's the firstborn child, I think, with them there, Beatrice.
Yeah.
They were happy days. Unfortunately, it all went wrong, spectacularly wrong. You've chronicled it over the years. Last year, when they couldn't go, they stayed together at the Royal Lodge, as the previous king, George VI, always insisted it be called, with the definite article, the Royal Lodge. Yeah. And that's probably where they'll be. Without their daughters, as it so happens, they won't be there. Of course, for many, many years, the Duchess went to Sandringham, but not to Sandringham House. The Duke of Edinburgh wouldn't allow her in any room where
she used to stay down the road, didn't she?
She stayed down the road at Wood Farm, which, of course, later the Duke of Edinburgh used quite a lot. She stayed down the road. In 2023, the Duchess, Sarah, was permitted back into Sandringham House. There was a reconciliation of sorts. But, of course, it's got worse and worse. And the recent dreadful emails to the convicted paedophile, Jeffrey Epstein, put the cap on it, and I think the king is showing his frustration at it all. You know, he's banished. He can banish.
With background play on the YouTube Music app, you can play official tracks and live recordings in the background.
The sort of nice medieval ring to it, hasn't it? Banishment from Christmas. But of course, he's still his brother, and he can't change that. It's a problem that won't go away.
And he won't be able to get him out of the lodge, I'm told, because some people think, you know, they shouldn't really be occupying that now, and particularly given what's happened in the last sort of year or so. But it's going to be difficult to get him out, isn't it?
Absolutely, because he's got a very long lease, 75 years, I believe, and he's spent a lot of money, or some money anyway, at least.
Well, he might be able to make use of Angela Rayner's new, you know, tenant-friendly policies that the Labour government are putting through. He might be able to, you know, get himself a rent reduction if he tries hard enough.
It's always a possibility, isn't it? I mean, in a way, I always thought that the Royal Lodge, a glorious white wedding cake of a mansion rising above the trees in Windsor Great Park, would have been ideal for the Prince and Princess of Wales. Maybe that would have been the preferred route to go. They wouldn't have had to have gone to Forest Lodges, which is going to be their permanent residence now when they're actually in the south. They still have their house and Mahal up at Sandringham, and I imagine that they will be at Sandringham for Christmas as well. Quite a big event, always has been.
Yeah.
There we see them in earlier days with the Princess Royal and and her husband there too. All very, very sad, but there's no way back for the Yorks now.
No.
It's hard to see what future they have, apart from in their own company and on the golf course.
Yeah.
Because,
well, they might have to pull it. I mean, he's got plenty of money, I suppose, so I don't suppose there's going to be too much of a problem for them there. But it is sort of bad news all round, really. But
that photograph's there. That's closeness to Epstein.
Yeah.
And of course,
that was after, of course, he'd come out of prison for being convicted as a paedophile. Michael, good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed. Michael Cole, our royal commentator and writer. Extraordinary, isn't it? What is going on inside the royal family?